Sorry, Has realized my microphone wasn't plugged in. Just wanted to ask you, what how you'd reflect on your year so far. I mean, just playing, as a six, I believe, throughout the course of the year. You've had some really impressive games, and obviously, you and a few of your teammates are building to something a little more important down the road here. Just how would you reflect on your year so far?
Yeah, firstly, I think that I'm really enjoying my football here. It's been progressive since last year, and I went away and reflected on myself a little bit last year, and I maybe weren't happy with my personal performances and input to the team. And I believe that I've come back this year in a different place. I feel like the squad's in a different place too. Like we're really striving towards something big here, and I feel like that's going to happen. We're working really hard every day on the training field, and with Laura and the staff's input and game plan, and the way that we train, I think, is really showing on the field at the minute, and the connections are starting to form, and it's been a really exciting year so far for me, and I'm really enjoying my football.
And I know it's tough for multiple reasons to have Jess not, playing with you guys right now. But what can you, say about the way that Sam Mezes came in and performed and kind of picked up a little bit of what, maybe Jess brings when she's on the field?
Yeah, I think Sammy's been great for us. She's, someone who went on loan last year and who's really benefited from it. She's come back, and she's been great and easy to play with in the midfield. I really like the way that she plays. I like her attitude. I love how she wants to, to keep getting better and keep learning. And she's someone that I'm really enjoying playing with. I think that we complement each other very well in the midfield, and yeah, she's someone that I'm working really closely with to make sure that we can continue to build that connection in games to come.
Thanks, Charles. And then we'll go over to Steve.
Hi, Has. Kind of on a related question. The first game where Jess was out, the Reign midfield struggled a little bit trying to find those connections, and since then it seems like you really have kind of solidified what you need to do. I wonder if you could talk a little bit about what you feel has been working well since that first game.
Yeah, I think connections take time to build, and that's something I've learned over the years. And it's we only have limited amount of training sessions leading into games too, so these connections take time. And I think me and Sammy have worked both on and off the field together. We're in several meetings off the field too to make sure that I know what she wants in certain scenarios and she knows what I want, and trying to build that relationship between the two. Alongside players like Ainsley and Olo too, all four of us are competing for our spots, and they're never guaranteed. So we're all pushing each other, and it's a very competitive and healthy environment to be in. But certainly with Sammy at the minute, I've been working closely with her, and I do feel like a really nice relationship is building between the two of us. And like I say, I think we complement each other very well, and yeah, it's exciting to see, this is only 3 or 4 games that we've played together, and I'm really excited to see how that partnership develops too.
And looking ahead to the game tomorrow, Kansas City's top of the table. They were basically running away with it until last week against North Carolina. I wonder if you could talk a little bit about what you think the team's going to need to do to stop them and get a result.
Yeah, there's no hiding behind it. Kansas are probably the strongest team in the league, and they're very good at what they do, and they're a team that love to play on the transition, and that's something that we're focusing on this week, that we're really tight and our defensive shape is what it needs to be to prevent the transitions from happening. But we're also focusing on ourselves. We're in a good place right now, and if we can do what Haas wants us to do and play the game plan in the way that we know that we can. I think, coming to Lumen Field too, we've got the crowd behind us. It's our home, and we're not going to give anything up easily. So it's a hard place to come to play on the turf, to play in Seattle in front of our fans, and it's something that we're really focusing on, is our home games and making sure that we make it as difficult as possible for any team to come here. And I believe if we put on a performance like we have in the past few weeks, that we'll have a great game.
Thank you.
Thanks, Steve. And then Charles.
Has just wanted to ask you two non-football questions. I know today the announcement came out about the Reign and Fox and that partnership. Just how exciting is it? Obviously, you've played different places with different, ways, for the games to be broadcast and such, but how exciting is it, I guess, for, obviously the club to get seen by more eyes and to have, like, I believe I read that there's going to be more additional coverage than just the matches. So how exciting is it just to see, I guess, the continued growth, to get the club, more eyes and more coverage?
Yeah, of course. I think any partnership with any broadcasting station is a positive thing for us as a group. They came in and spoke to us, and it was a really positive meeting that we had, that they want to showcase us as players, but also as people too. So I think the partnership's going to be a really strong one. It shows the growth of the game and where the game's heading, and yeah, I'm really excited to see how that unfolds too.
And then lastly, for me, yesterday it was announced that Seattle officially has a women's hockey team here professionally. I know, you've seen a little bit of the women's sports scene here. I'm sure, obviously being part of it, and then rough and tumble stuff like that. I wanted to ask you how you've seen Seattle's sports scene and women's sports scene grow since you signed here before last season.
Yeah, firstly, it's probably the best city in the world that I've been in, where sport is just known for sport. It's not women's sport, it's not men's sport. It is just, you support your local teams, and that's the way it is here. And it's been pretty special coming to Seattle and seeing that with my own eyes. I've been able to go and support all the different teams, going to watch the ice hockey, the basketball, the Sounders. Everything is just as one here, and I think it's really special, and it's a very unique situation, and I haven't been involved in anything like this so far. So yeah, it's great that the ice hockey women's team are now going to be here too, and I'm really excited that they're going to be a part of it, and I can't wait to go and watch them too.